Landon Donovan joining us now. Did you watch the draft last night?
I watched solely for the purpose of finding out where Doug McDermott was going to go. I really did. I'm not even kidding.
Okay, if you were going to rule on that, who would have won, given our rules restrictions yesterday?
You did say the first name mentioned, so Paulie won.
Okay. Well, I said the first name mentioned, then I, like a few words later, I said the first name said. So we
need to clarify, Dan. You're the host. You're supposed to clarify these things.
Well, I was ad-libbing. You know how tough that can be, right?
I do,
yeah,
indeed.
Okay.
And for the record,
for the record, Paulie has a Landon Donovan jersey on the back of his chair.
Just happened to be there.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not an idiot, Dan. Come on.
All right, the loss that feels like a win, and I mentioned this last hour. The soccer haters are going to say, "Oh, okay, how do you win or lose, and then it feels like a win?" And I just thought, you know what, you got to understand what the knockout round's going to be. It just. I was kind of disappointed people were going to attack it, that, we knew what we had to do, the United States. We did. We survived. We moved on. The fact we got to knockout round is pretty amazing if you consider how we looked at this when it started. So what's your reaction to yesterday?
Yeah, it's weird. We had the draw that felt like the loss, and then we had the loss that felt like the win. And when you have knockout tournaments like this, that's what happens. I mean, it's human nature, right? Yesterday we go into the game saying, the team says if we lose by a goal or even by 2 goals, there's a likelihood that we're going to advance. So you're not going to go and put yourself out there and give yourself the chance of losing by 3 or 4 goals and then you're out of the tournament. So it's this weird psyche, this mentality. And at the end of the day, when all of it gets put through the wash, we came out as one of the teams that advanced, and I don't care what anyone says, that's impressive, and if you don't think it's impressive, ask England and Spain and Italy. So we're moving on.
All right. Have you ever played for a draw?
I'm trying to think. I can't remember a situation like yesterday where the team was playing for a draw. I've been in many games where you get into the second half and you say, you know what, this is not our day. We're not playing well. If we get out of here with a draw, we're happy. But it's a weird mentality. I mean, I don't think in any other sport you go into a game thinking that way.
Yeah, I don't know how you play for a draw.
Right. It's a weird, and you could tell the team yesterday, I mean, for all the, we're going to attack and we're going to go after them and all that. I mean, the team played yesterday to try to get a draw. Whether they did it consciously or not, that was sort of the mentality.
Where does Germany rank in the world?
They're good. I mean, they're very good. Listen, the U.S. team completely dismantled Portugal, and Portugal's, they haven't been great this tournament, but they're not a bad team. They held their own with Ghana, and Ghana was, I think, a very, very good team. And the Germany team yesterday was just dominant. I mean, they dominated in every part of the game. So the reality is if we're still at a point where if we're going to win games like that, we have to do it the way the team played yesterday. We're not, we can't just roll the ball out and say, let's see who's better. They have guys who are absolutely world-class players all over the field. Germany does, so it's going to be difficult.
Where do you put Thomas Mueller in the pantheon of great scores?
It's crazy. I mean, they said yesterday he's got 9 goals in 9 matches, and you sort of don't realize it. A lot of times you don't even know he's on the field, and then he pops up and scores a goal. So he has a chance. I mean, if he gets a couple more goals in this World Cup, you have to think he'll play in the next one. He has a chance to be the all-time leading goal scorer in a World Cup, which is incredible.
We're talking to Landon Donovan of the LA Galaxy, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. What do you do with Michael Bradley?
Well, for me, it's easy. I mean, obviously, Michael's been getting some heat, and Michael would be the first to tell you that he's not played up to his standards. That being said, if I'm a coach and I'm putting the team together, after Tim Howard and Clint Dempsey, Michael's the next name I put on the sheet no matter what. And the reason is because whether he's playing well or not, whether he's, passing well or doing those things, he competes. He's a great teammate. The guys love him. And if you're going to try to win a game, you want Michael on the field regardless. And so to the casual fan watching, you watch and you say, gosh, he hasn't been great, or he missed a pass here, or he turned the ball over there against Portugal. At the end of the day, he's someone we all want on the field. And so for me, it's a non-starter.
Do you expect Josie Altidore Tuesday?
I don't think so. I mean, I watched that play over and over, and if you had felt a slight tweak and pulled up and were still walking and walked off the field, you would say maybe by Tuesday. But I know they've done a great job with him. We'll see, but my gut says no.
Realistic goal now for Team USA is what?
Well, Belgium's a good team. I mean, they're a very good team. The good thing with Belgium is they're inexperienced, and so they're going to, at this level, I should say, they're inexperienced at this level, and they're going to go into the game with all the pressure, all the expectation. The U.S. team are playing with house money a little bit now, so they can go into the game and say, listen, whatever happens, happens. If we win, it's a great story. If not, we still did well. We got out of the group of death. But I think they match up well. I think the U.S. team matches up well with Belgium, and there's every chance of winning that game.
Good to visit with you as always. We'll talk to you next week.
All righty, guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Landon.
it.
Landon
right,
Donovan, LA Galaxy.